Hey guys, thanks for joining me for another edition of Chats with Kat. This is where I kind of talk about products that I like, my journey, different things that I think you might find useful in your low carb lifestyle or your low carb journey. And something that I always get asked at my live demos or recently on YouTube is, what made you start low carb? What made you get to the point that you're at now? And I just kind of wanted to go really briefly into, a little bit more about me, Kathleen Hart, and just to kind of explain, why I went low carb in the first place. So let's dial it back a little bit to pretty much where this all got started is in 2013. I was dating Jason for a pretty long time, and he had finally proposed to me. I got the ring on it, I got a bling, whatever you want to call it. But when he did that, I was at the highest weight I had ever been in my life. And I was kind of just getting started in cooking, and I was just really eager and excited, and I would be finding all these recipes online. But it's kind of not a good idea to make a homemade fried chicken sandwich with homemade coleslaw on a brioche roll with fresh cut fries, on a Tuesday night. You should not do that. It's overindulging to the limit. That's what I was doing every night. And I knew that I had to do something, but I don't know if, I do know. I'm sure a lot of girls and even guys out there can relate. When I was in high school and even a little bit after that, I was on every diet you could possibly imagine. If someone said to me, lose 10 pounds in 10 minutes, I probably tried that diet. And it probably didn't work, which is why I got to the point that I was in 2013. So it was actually kind of funny. My sister started reading a book called The 100 by George Cruz, and he has since kind of strayed away from the low carb lifestyle, but that is what it is. For me personally, it was finally a diet, or actually, it's not even a diet, it's just a lifestyle. It's a lifestyle that I felt like I could really make a part of my life. And it seemed so easy and simple. And I was eating so much food because in his book, he does a bunch of chapters about why it's a good idea to do low carb. And then at the end, he has a whole list of every food you're supposed to eat. A breakfast, a snack, a lunch, a snack, a dinner, and then bonus, he includes 2 glasses of red wine in the diet. Come on. I read the menu plan and I was laughing because I'm like, this can't be real. This is me. This is it. So it was actually kind of cool because once I started doing it, I lost so much weight so quickly. I was not hungry at all, and I was eating real food. Everything I was eating was absolutely real food. You could buy it from the produce of your supermarket. There was nothing from a box, nothing. So it all clicked and just made sense to me. And that's why I'm so glad that I found this whole lifestyle. Just to give you guys an idea, I'm going to show you a couple before pictures. I'm going to have them inserted right now. You guys aren't even going to believe that it's me, to be honest. And also, I'm going to put some pictures of Jay in here. I hope he's okay with that, but I'm sure he will be because he's a lot thinner now and he's so much more in shape. And so I'm going to show you guys those right now. Pretty crazy, huh guys? So let me just break it down for you really quickly. In those pictures, I am about, I would say, for right this second, I'm 35 pounds heavier in those pictures. That's right when I first started this whole journey. And Jason was actually, this is gonna sound insane, but let me just do some quick math in my head. He was 45 pounds heavier in those pictures than he is at right this moment. And at the end, I'll show you, I'll try to compile some side-by-side pictures and then also some just pictures of us from recently so you can just see what we kind of look like. So really quick, I was able to pull up the book and took a screenshot of it on my phone. This is the book. It's the George Cruz 100 diet, and you can get it on pretty much anywhere. This saved my, I just got Snapchat. Anyway, so it's kind of cool because this book like changed my whole entire life. It changed how I look and feel about food in general. And I know that a lot of people right now have different kind of medical conditions too, where they need to go on a low carb diet. And that's the reason why I started this channel. And that's why I really wanted to kind of just open the door to people to show them that you don't have to go hardcore vegan or vegetarian, which those are great things if you can do it. I just know I can't. So I needed to kind of like bridge the gap between being really, really, really unhealthy, eating McDonald's, eating out, grabbing those like kind of freezer meals and making it easy on myself, you know, reheated pizzas, things like that. I needed to stay away from that because I know that for my body, I felt tired, sluggish, totally blah. My lunch used to be a sub and a bag of chips. Like, hello, that tastes freaking amazing. However, after lunch at 1 o'clock, I'd want to take a nap at my desk. And like that's not good. So I knew that I wanted to make a change, and you know, it just so happened that I got engaged and my sister found this book, and it was like literally a match made in heaven. So that's why after I followed George Cruz's meal plan and I did everything by the book, I wanted to tell you kind of a timeline of how much weight I lost, how quickly. I followed exactly the meal plan in this book. It's a 4-week meal plan. I did it 4 weeks and then I repeated it again. Jay and I actually both did it. And how I got him to do it, a lot of people are like, how did you get your husband to not eat, you know, meat and potatoes? And it's like, well, you can still have the meat, you just can't have the potatoes anymore. And it's not that you can't even have these things. It's just that for the time when I really, really wanted to lose weight, I stuck to the diet plan that he has in his book. And then after that, I was kind of like searching around for like recipes, and I found a couple, but like I felt like I could do better than that. So then I started my blog, and I'll get to that in a little bit. But anyway, back to the weight loss in general. I started right after my birthday, so the end of June in 2013. And since I was engaged to be married, I needed to start looking for a wedding dress and jump into that whole planning process. So from the end of June, let's just say June 20th is when I started, which I think that is the date. From June 20th to August 2nd of the same year, I had already lost 23 pounds. So there you go. And that was with me not being hungry. I mean, I could not believe it. I used to freaking starve myself. And it's so sad because, you know, as a woman, as a girl, you just want to be this like imaginary skinny. And it's like everybody has a different idea in their mind about how they want to look. And it's just so crazy that I got to a point where I'm so comfortable in my body right now, and I'm just maintaining at this point. I mean, well, everyone says they could probably lose a couple pounds, right? But at this point, I'm just maintaining. And, you know, it's just kind of cool that I did that by eating fresh, healthy, and seasoned fruits and vegetables and, you know, just healthy food in general. So from the point of that, August 2nd, and then I stayed on it for the whole year of 2014, got married in September of 2014, and got to my lowest weight that I have been in a long time by being completely healthy, completely not giving up my red wine, and I, on my wedding day, was, what was it? Do some finger counting here, 45 pounds down. So as you can see, on my wedding day, I was like kind of hardcore, going a little bit crazy but I was still eating. It was great. But I put on a little bit of weight since then, but I'm totally happy with it. It's just a couple pounds. So I don't know. It's just kind of like a really cool thing that I found a way to lose weight and be healthy, and it just works for me. And I know that what I'm doing is not going to work for everybody out there, but I do know that, like I said before, a lot of people have, you know, these medical issues, which you can totally control with the diet. Which brings me back to my blog, which is kind of where it all started. And I know that I've always liked writing, so I kind of wanted to have a blog where I kind of just threw my thoughts out there for anybody who was willing to read them. But then, you know, now that I was done doing kind of like the hardcore following the book diet plan and everything, I kind of was like straying off and making up my own recipes. Now that I had a really good grasp on what was low carb, what wasn't, you know, how much food I should be eating, different kinds of snacks, different ideas, I started a blog just compiling my recipes. And it was great because it was great for me because it was like my virtual recipe book. Anytime I was like, what did I put in my mac and cheese the other day? Cauliflower mac and cheese. I'm like, oh yeah, let me go back to my recipe. So I'd go there, and it was kind of like, it was great for me because it was this place where I could go and find all my recipes. And it was really just such a cool thing because it put all of my thoughts and my low carb ideas in one place. So at the beginning of this year, 2016, I was talking with my sister and we decided that it would be such a good idea to put out a YouTube channel. And my sister, thankfully, is so into everything to do with the other side of the camera. She's over there right now. Hey, Tef. So it's kind of cool because she is the one who is taping me all the time. And she can go and edit, and she's amazing. And I'm kind of just here, just sharing my low carb journey. So the two of us work really well together, and now I'm able to take the recipes that I already have on my blog, as well as new ones that I'm coming up with all the time, because I'm constantly recipe testing, constantly coming up with new ideas, trying to make things that aren't really low carb into something low carb for everybody to enjoy. And it's just great because I can do that in my spare time. So it's really fun. And that's what I've been doing for the last few months now. And I just want to thank everybody who's watching this right now, because I've gotten quite a few subscribers lately, and I'm just overjoyed because it means that I can keep doing what I'm doing, and it just makes me feel like, you know, I'm helping somebody out there. So that's why I wanted to create this video. If I didn't answer something for you guys, just please put it in the comments below. I'd love to do more videos like this where I kind of delve a little deeper into the details about my low carb lifestyle. If you want to know something specific, please ask me. I'm an open book. I just didn't know what else you would want to know. So I just kind of gave you guys a little overview of everything. Like I said, I'm going to put some pictures at the end so you guys can see. It's kind of embarrassing now, but it's fine. I'm on the other end of it. But also know that low carb, once you start and you stick to it, you get into what's called ketosis, which is a very big word for your body starts burning your fat quickly. So it's great that once you start, stick to it, and I promise you will see results. You will see inches lost, you will see pounds lost, and if you're anything like me, you will feel completely healthy. I don't feel sluggish anymore, and I feel amazing. And also, before I end this, for the people who say, I can't live without bread, I can't live without pasta, I can't live without pizza, it's like, okay, if you really have a lot of weight to lose, which I did, I really did, especially when if you're like me, you're hardcore going for wedding weight. But you know, when you think about those things, you can have those things. I can have pizza. I can have, you know, a day when I have pizza. I can have anything. I can even have potatoes. I can have French fries. I can do that. But I don't do it every day. At this point, I'm just maintaining. So I already put in the heavy lifting. I already did the hardcore low carb, you know, no cheating, no nothing. And, you know, and that's where I got to where I am now. So if you put in the hard work, you can have those things again. You can have garlic bread, whatever you want. I mean, personally, I feel like it's not worth it for me because I just feel so blah after I eat a lot of stuff with flour or really starchy vegetables. So I only do it if I'm like really want it. But you know, you don't have to give those things up forever. But it kind of has taught me a little bit about moderation as well. So I hope I answered, you know, the general question about a little more into my lifestyle. And like I said, put the questions below if you have anything else. I'd love to do another video. And here's some pictures for you guys to enjoy. I will see you again soon. Thanks for joining me for Chats with Kat.
We'll be right back.